It might sound strange, but some vegetables, yes, the ones you've probably been told are always healthy, might actually be working against your body as you age. You see, not all greens are created equal. And when you're over 65, the difference between staying steady on your feet or feeling wobbly, between being clear-headed or foggy, can begin right on your dinner plate. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you 3 powerful vegetables you should be eating every single day because they help your brain stay sharp, your legs stay strong, and your heart keep steady. And just as important, I'll gently walk you through 3 common veggies that may be doing more harm than good, especially if you're dealing with joint pain, inflammation, or blood sugar issues. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you stood up and felt a little unsteady, or took a step and thought, wasn't like this last year? That shift didn't come out of nowhere. And sometimes the solution doesn't come in a pill bottle, but in what we put on our plate day after day. Let's start with one of the most misunderstood and most protective green warriors in the produce aisle. This one can literally feed your legs, sharpen your thinking, and help you walk with more confidence. Ready? Let's begin with broccoli. Now, I know it doesn't sound exciting. It's not trendy like kale or exotic like some new superfood from the Amazon. But broccoli isn't here to impress. It's here to protect. And if you're over 65, it might just be the most loyal ally your body has. Broccoli contains a powerful compound called sulforaphane, a natural plant chemical that does something remarkable inside your body. It activates pathways that reduce inflammation, clean up toxins, and strengthen the immune system. But even more importantly, sulforaphane supports the very things that help you move through life: your joints, your blood vessels, your bones, and your brain. You see, chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the silent drivers behind aging. It weakens the knees, it stiffens the hips, it slows down your reflexes and clouds your memory, but sulforaphane acts like a gentle scrub brush, clearing out the things that wear your body down from the inside. And broccoli isn't just about sulforaphane. It also gives you a healthy dose of vitamin K, which helps protect your arteries and your bones. It brings in calcium to strengthen the skeleton and antioxidants to shield your heart and cells. That's not a side dish. That's a defense system. Let me tell you something powerful. Scientists have found that sulforaphane may improve circulation in the legs, especially in older adults. That means your feet and calves get more oxygen, your balance improves, and walking becomes steadier. Less fear of falling, more confidence with every step. Now here's where it gets real. How you cook broccoli matters. If you boil it to death until it turns gray and limp, you lose most of what makes it magical. But if you lightly steam it, just 3 or 4 minutes, you preserve the sulforaphane and make it easier to digest. Want to take it up a notch? Pair your broccoli with a little mustard or radish, foods that are naturally rich in the enzyme myrosinase, which helps your body absorb even more sulforaphane. And this isn't just theory. One viewer shared that after steaming a cup of broccoli every evening for just 10 days, she noticed she could get up from a chair without wobbling like before. That's real change, born from a small, quiet choice. So if you're wondering where to start here. A cup of broccoli, lightly steamed, is more than a vegetable. It's a message to your legs, to your brain, to your future self. I've still got fight in me. It's easy to dismiss broccoli as boring. But let me tell you something. In a world full of fancy powders and pricey pills, there's something deeply powerful about a simple green floret that has stood the test of time. Spinach doesn't shout. It doesn't have the flair of a bright red tomato or the crunch of a celery stalk. But in its quiet way, spinach delivers one of the most profound gifts to the aging body: circulation. As we grow older, the rivers of our body, our blood vessels, start to narrow, stiffen, and clog. That means the oxygen and nutrients your muscles need don't get there as quickly or as fully. The result? Fatigue, slower reaction times, feeling off balance, even when the floor is steady beneath you. This is where spinach steps in, gently, consistently, and powerfully. Spinach is rich in natural nitrates. These compounds, when metabolized in your body, help relax and widen blood vessels. This improves blood flow, especially to the brain and legs, 2 areas where seniors often experience decline. Better blood flow means sharper memory, quicker reflexes, and more strength in your steps. It means fewer moments where you wonder, why did I come into this room? And more moments where your mind and body feel like they're in sync again. But spinach doesn't stop there. It's also one of the best sources of lutein, a powerful antioxidant that accumulates in the brain and eyes. Lutein has been linked in multiple studies to better cognitive performance in older adults. People with higher levels of lutein tend to perform better in tasks requiring attention, memory, and speed. Then there's folate, another brain-friendly nutrient abundant in spinach. Folate supports the production of neurotransmitters, those tiny chemical messengers that keep your thoughts clear and your mood stable. And let's not forget eye health. Spinach provides not just lutein, but also zeaxanthin, a compound that protects the macula of your eyes and lowers the risk of age-related macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss in seniors. Your eyes, your mind, your legs, spinach reaches them all. And yes, preparation matters here too. Boiling spinach until it's limp and gray isn't doing you any favors. Instead, try lightly sautéing it with a touch of olive oil and garlic, or blending it into a smoothie with banana and nut butter. The key is to keep it alive, vibrant, green, and intact. One small handful a day. That's it. No big routine. No diet overhaul. Just a quiet commitment to feed the parts of you that still want to move, still want to think clearly, still want to see the faces you love. Spinach won't make headlines, but it will help you hold on to what matters most. So tomorrow morning, as you think about breakfast or lunch, ask yourself, is my brain getting what it needs today? And maybe, just maybe, a handful of spinach is the answer. Carrots are humble. They don't ask for attention. No sharp taste, no loud color, just that quiet, familiar orange you've known since childhood. But for all their simplicity, carrots carry something extraordinary: balance. At first glance, we think of carrots and say, they're good for your eyes. That's true, but it's only the beginning. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, a compound your body converts into vitamin A. And yes, vitamin A is essential for vision, especially night vision. But its benefits don't stop at the eyes. Vitamin A also supports neuromuscular communication, the delicate system that allows your brain to send signals to your legs, your feet, your hands. In simple terms, clear signals equals steady steps. As we age, one of the most common complaints isn't pain, it's instability. Feeling like your body doesn't respond as quickly, that your feet don't land where they should, that your sense of direction, coordination, or even gravity is a little off. Carrots help reconnect those circuits. And they do more. Carrots contain powerful antioxidants that protect blood vessels and nerve tissue, two crucial systems for staying mobile and independent. They also provide fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar, improve digestion, and support metabolic health, especially in people trying to manage prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Because here's something most people don't realize. High blood sugar weakens the legs. It damages the tiny blood vessels and nerves in your feet and calves. That's one reason why people with uncontrolled diabetes often struggle with walking, numbness, or even ulcers in the feet. So when you eat carrots regularly, you're not just feeding your eyes, you're protecting your steps, you're reinforcing the connection between your brain and your body, you're keeping the pathways strong and clear. And the best part? Carrots are easy. Eat them raw. Grate them into a salad. Steam them lightly. Blend them into a smoothie. Their natural sweetness makes them enjoyable without needing sugar, salt, or heavy dressing. A carrot is one of the few vegetables that feels like a treat, but works like medicine. If you want to optimize the benefits, eat them in the afternoon or early evening, when your blood sugar tends to dip or fluctuate. 1 or 2 carrots is enough. No measuring, no math, just a simple, nourishing act that speaks to your legs, your nerves, your eyes. One viewer shared this. I never thought carrots would help me walk more confidently, but after adding them to lunch every day, I stopped reaching for the walls when getting up. I just stood. I walked. No hesitation. That's not a miracle. That's nutrition working quietly every day. So next time you walk through your kitchen and see those orange roots sitting in a bowl, remember, inside that humble vegetable is a message to your future self. I've got your back. Eggplant is beautiful, deep purple, glossy, and comforting in stews, grilled dishes, and casseroles. It's a staple in cuisines all over the world, from Mediterranean to Asian kitchens. But for some aging bodies, especially those dealing with joint pain, nerve sensitivity, or mobility issues, eggplant may not be the silent friend it appears to be. Eggplants belong to a group of vegetables called nightshades, along with tomatoes, potatoes, and peppers. What they share is a natural chemical called solanine. In high amounts, solanine can be toxic, but even in small doses, it may trigger inflammation in sensitive individuals, especially in the joints, muscles, and connective tissues. That doesn't mean everyone needs to avoid eggplant, but it does mean that if you've noticed extra stiffness, swelling in the knees or fingers, or strange joint discomfort after eating certain meals, eggplant might be worth a closer look. You see, some seniors, especially those with arthritis, report increased symptoms after eating nightshades regularly. The science is mixed. Some studies show no strong connection, while others suggest that individuals with existing inflammatory conditions might feel better avoiding or limiting them. And the effects are subtle. You might not feel anything right away, but over time, a slow, low-grade inflammation in the legs can lead to muscle fatigue, balance issues, and that nagging feeling like something isn't quite right when you move. It's not about panic, it's about awareness. If you love eggplant, you don't need to cut it out completely, but moderation matters and preparation helps. Cook it thoroughly. Grilling, roasting, or baking can reduce some of the compounds that cause trouble. And if you're unsure whether eggplant affects you, try cutting it out for 2 weeks and see how your joints respond. Then reintroduce it and listen to your body. Meanwhile, there are plenty of tasty alternatives. Zucchini, butternut squash, or mushrooms offer similar texture and versatility without the same inflammatory risk. Eggplant is not your enemy, but if you've been searching for why your knees ache more than usual, or why your morning walk feels heavier than it should, this quiet purple vegetable may deserve a closer look. Green bell peppers look innocent. They're fresh, crisp, and they brighten up every salad and stir-fry. But for some older adults, especially those with digestive issues or joint inflammation, they may be causing more trouble than they solve. You see, green bell peppers belong to the nightshade family, just like eggplant. And like other nightshades, they naturally contain compounds called lectins, proteins that can bind to the gut lining and interfere with nutrient absorption in certain individuals. Now, most people can digest lectins just fine, especially if the vegetables are cooked well. But in sensitive digestive systems, particularly in seniors, lectins may contribute to low-level chronic inflammation. And this kind of slow-burning inflammation is exactly what chips away at blood flow, nerve health, and joint function. Have you ever felt a strange tingling in your feet? A sense that your ankles are stiffer than they used to be? Or maybe you've noticed a slow decline in balance when walking, especially in the evenings. These little changes can sometimes be signs of inflammation, affecting the leg's microcirculation and coordination. What's frustrating is that this damage isn't obvious at first. It's not like a sharp pain or an allergic reaction. It's quiet, subtle, but over time it adds up. So should you never eat green peppers again? Not necessarily. If you enjoy green bell peppers and they don't bother your system, they can still be part of a healthy diet. But if you've had digestive sensitivities, arthritis, or neuropathy, it's worth experimenting. Try cooking them thoroughly, which reduces lectin levels. Or better yet, try red, yellow, or orange bell peppers instead. These fully ripened versions not only have lower lectin content, but also more antioxidants, especially vitamin C and beta-carotene. They're sweeter, easier to digest, and offer the same crunch without the risk of irritation. Again, it's not about fear, it's about fine-tuning. Listening to your body, adjusting gently. The truth is, every digestive system is unique. What supports one person's energy might slow another down. The key is to recognize patterns and make small, caring adjustments. Because sometimes what's causing that daily discomfort or foggy fatigue isn't age alone. It's something colorful, crunchy, and sitting quietly on your dinner plate. Few foods are as comforting as a warm, fluffy white potato. Mashed with butter, roasted to golden perfection, or served next to a holiday roast. It's tradition, it's home, it's familiar. But for many older adults, this beloved staple may be silently working against the very things that matter most: strength, circulation, and independence. Here's why. White potatoes are high on the glycemic index. That means they rapidly raise blood sugar levels after eating. While a quick spike might seem harmless, frequent spikes lead to inflammation, which damages the blood vessels, especially the tiny ones that supply your legs, feet, and brain. For seniors, this is crucial. Damaged microcirculation can lead to slower healing, loss of sensation in the feet, and increased risk of falls. Add in the fact that high blood sugar is also linked to cognitive decline, and the potato's comfort becomes more complicated. And let's be honest, we rarely eat potatoes plain. We mash them with butter and cream, fry them in oil, load them with salt or cheese. These extras turn a starchy food into a metabolic bomb, especially for those managing diabetes, high blood pressure, or heart issues. So do you have to give up potatoes completely? Not at all. What matters is portion, timing, and preparation. Eat potatoes earlier in the day when your metabolism is more active. Pair them with fiber, healthy fats, and protein to slow blood sugar spikes. Better yet, let cooked potatoes cool before eating. This creates resistant starch, which digests more slowly and is healthier for the gut. Also, consider switching it up. Try sweet potatoes. They're lower on the glycemic index and richer in antioxidants. Or experiment with cauliflower mash, butternut squash, or white beans as gentle alternatives. The goal isn't perfection, it's awareness. It's adjusting how we eat these comfort foods to support energy, strength, and clarity, not sabotage them. Because food is more than fuel at this stage of life, it's a lifeline. It's how we protect what we still have and make room for joy in the everyday. And when it comes to potatoes, a few small tweaks might be all it takes to turn comfort into care. Let's pause for just a moment. If you are caring for someone you love, a spouse, a parent, a friend going through illness, take a deep breath. Close your eyes if you'd like, and send a quiet prayer, or even just a kind thought their way. Because healing isn't always found in pills or prescriptions. Sometimes it's in the way we cook dinner, the way we sit beside someone, the way we whisper, "I'm still here." You are not alone. Now let's bring everything together. We've talked about 3 vegetables that can strengthen your legs, sharpen your mind, and protect your vision: broccoli, spinach, and carrots. Each of them holds quiet power, especially when prepared with care and consistency. We've also looked at 3 vegetables that may need a second thought: eggplant, green bell peppers, and white potatoes. They're not bad, but depending on your body, they might need to be swapped, softened, or simply eaten with more awareness. Because growing older isn't about avoiding every risk. It's about being aware, being kind, and being wise with what we give our bodies each day. Here's a simple starting point for tomorrow. Steam a cup of broccoli, lightly saute some spinach, snack on 1 fresh carrot, swap green peppers for red. Let your potatoes cool before eating. Listen to how your body feels, gently without judgment. And finally, tell someone you love that you're proud of them for staying strong, for trying, for showing up. If something in this video helped you, I'd be honored to hear what you're going to try first. Leave a comment below with one change you're planning to make. It helps more than you know. And if you'd like more simple, thoughtful tips to help you or your loved ones age well, feel free to subscribe. We're building a quiet, caring corner of the internet here, and there's room for you. Until next time, may your steps be steady, your meals nourishing, and your heart full of peace.